Welcome to Evolving Epochs, where we explore alternative theories about our past and future. Today, we're diving into a mind-bending concept. What if the universe is a supercomputer, and our DNA is the code running the simulation? Imagine a vast supercomputer, not just any computer, but one capable of simulating an entire universe. This isn't just science fiction, it's a theory that combines elements of quantum computing, biology, and philosophy.
40 years ago, we had Pong, like two rectangles and a dot. 40 years later, we have photorealistic 3D simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously, and it's getting better every year. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, then the games will become indistinguishable from reality.
The foundation of this idea is that the universe operates like a massive computational system. Each particle, each force follows specific algorithms or rules encoded within the very fabric of space and time. Think of it as a quantum computer, where particles exist in multiple states simultaneously, allowing for immense computational power.
Our computing power is growing rapidly.
Right.
We create simulations of worlds. We have video games with characters that are inside the video game.
Right.
Imagine a day where you can simulate a world so perfectly with life forms, humans, so well that you can recreate every single neurosynaptic thought you could have, but now you're in the simulation on the computer.
Now, here's where it gets even cooler. Our DNA. It's the code that runs the biological software. Each sequence of a T, C, and G in our DNA is like lines of code in a program. And guess what? Epigenetics acts like those hidden cheat codes that can switch genes on and off.
But I think it's important to recognize that the simulation in that concept, the simulation and the creation or the universe are the same thing, okay? In other words, it's a simulation, that is billions of light years across, okay?
This simulation might have kicked off with a big bang, literally. From that point, evolutionary algorithms drive the diversity of life. It's like nature's way of leveling up characters in a game, optimizing for survival and reproduction.
That we think of a simulation as something taking place in the universe. When it's taking place in my computer, okay? Yeah. I don't think that's the right analogy for a Christian view of creation, okay? I don't think it's taking place in some other universe that God has made, okay? I think maybe it's taking place in the mind of God. Christians might hypothesize also, but I think that it's important to recognize that Christian theology at any rate is that God is not one of the entities in the universe and presumably therefore is very different from a simulation that we might run on a computer.
Our brains are like super advanced CPUs processing sensory input sight, sound, touch, you name it, consciousness. Think of it as the coolest AI software ever, emerging from these neural networks.
That there are mathematical structures that are indistinguishable from error-correcting codes, as does occur in digital information transmission and establishing reliable digital information transmission. And because of this, many people have concluded that the work that I and my team completed means that the universe in which we live must resemble the science fiction movie The Matrix.
Here's the twist. If we're in a simulation, are our choices pre-programmed? What's the purpose of this grand simulation? Is it an experiment, an intergalactic reality show, or something even crazier? The questions are endless.
Well, and then there, of course, you have Bostrom, Nick Bostrom, a philosopher, who has really, put this point front and center for the public and for
who says the computers will take over.
Yeah. It basically says that we're all just simulations.
Philosopher Nick Bostrom suggests that advanced civilizations might run simulations of their ancestors. Statistically, it could be more likely that we're in a simulation than in the real world. And with quantum computing and genetic research advancing, Who knows what we'll discover next?
I'd like to point out to people a couple of things with that that I find problematic with that. One is if you accept that, then you have to also accept the existence of ghosts. Because if we are simulations, there's some kind of substructure that we don't have access to that runs us as an app. If that underlying superstructure still exists, and if there's no damage to the codeware, whoever is running this superstructure can re-enable an app, let's say Jim Gates 500 years from now. So Jim Gates comes back as a ghost. It's built into the idea that the universe is a simulation.
So, whether you think this theory is plausible or just a fun thought experiment, it definitely makes you ponder the nature of reality and our place in it. Could we be living in a grand simulation, with our DNA as the intricate code of life? Thanks for watching Evolving Epochs. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating explorations into alternative theories. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on the universe as a simulation. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring.